In the fictional occupied country of Kahndaq, university professor and resistance fighter Adrianna Tomaz, played by Shahi, along with her friends, are looking for a long lost and dangerous artifact that in the wrong hands could result in the annihilation of the entire world.
Did he just catch a rocket?
He got a rocket.
Her search leads her to a place where she unknowingly summons a superhuman entity that was the protector and champion of the people of Kahndaq 5,000 years ago. The people of Kahndaq, plagued by war, oppression and dictatorship, have been waiting with bated breaths for the reappearance of this champion. This superhuman being is Teth Adam. He is played by Dwayne Johnson, or The Rock as you may choose to call him. Upon his arrival, he immediately unleashes his brand of justice on the perpetrators who attack him with everything at their disposal.
Now, I kneel before no one.
Amanda Waller, played by Viola Davis, the lady responsible for maintaining the order of things in the world, sends a group of superheroes known as the Justice Society of America to disarm Adam and put him back to sleep for good. Then there is also Adam's sworn enemy, who has lived among mortals and waited patiently for his opportunity to take a crack at the throne of Kahndaq and world dominion. He decides that the time is ripe for him to set his final plan into motion. All these plot points and story elements come together in what ends up being a thoroughly entertaining and exhilarating adventure that was far better than what the trailers suggested or that I could expect from a run-of-the-mill DCEU offering. I am your host Ambar Chatterjee. This is Entertainment, 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 and today we are going to be reviewing Black Adam. Let's address the elephant in the room. Dwayne Johnson is easily the most likable actor of recent times, and it is this aspect of his performance that allows him to charge the whooping fees that he charges and continues to be the costliest actor in Hollywood. Every film that he stars in is watchable because of his performance and histrionics, even the ones that are not very good. In the case of Black Adam, the story and the execution are firmly in place, and that allows for him to use his persona and charm to a greater level, making not only his performance one of the best in recent times, but also letting the audiences enjoy his essay a little bit more, since everything else leading up to it is already in place and effective. The character of Black Adam has been associated with Johnson ever since people expressed a desire to make a film on it, and it shows why. He has the perfect look and attitude to fill in the boots of a mystical man who is not strictly speaking good. I love this duality in the character. For a large part of the film, it is not clear if Adam was a good man. He does questionable things, he kills without remorse, and when he is angry, he becomes uncontrollable in his rage. This leads to some tragedies too. Johnson was not only able to realize this duality in the nature of Adam wonderfully, but was also able to make the audiences connect with this aspect of the character.
Heroes don't kill people.
There was enough seriousness in his rendition and the film overall for the audiences to take everything not as a joke, which has become customary in many of Marvel's offerings. This results in the action, violence and the mayhem becoming even more impactful. Suffice it to say that Dwayne Johnson is the best thing about this film, and he will impress not only his fans but also anyone who walks into this film with an open mind. This was a no-brainer. We all expected the film to have great action, and it does. The mounting of the action sequences is enormous, and that results sometimes in some of the finer details of it getting lost in the mayhem. The best example of this can be found in a chase sequence involving flying motorbikes, where there comes a time when the bikes and their maneuvers are hardly visible due to the nature of the cinematography and the fast editing. But it does convey the chaotic nature of the sequence and doesn't mar the fun of it. The hand-to-hand combats and the one-sided drubbing that Johnson hands all others in the film are glorious to watch. I am confident that it is what most people are walking into this film to enjoy, and they will get it in healthy doses. It won't be wrong to say that Black Adam is practically a film that moves from one action sequence to another, and every one of these sequences is somewhat different and innovative. The fact that the Justice Society of America plays an important part in the film ensures that there is a plethora of different powers and fighting styles and on display in the film to match the one-dimensional and brutal onslaught of Adam. This adds the necessary variety and element of quirk to the action, rendering it even more enjoyable. The supporting cast of films of this nature, where the leading man practically chews up every scene, is generally weak, and even when an A-list actor are involved, they tend to underperform or get sidelined. That is not the case with Black Adam. Each of the supporting cast members bring in their A-games and try to infuse as much credibility and authority as possible in the narrative through their performances. Even when they are mouthing practically nonsensical dialogue, they try their best to maintain a straight face. I was surprised by how much at least two of the performances in the film impressed me. Pierce Brosnan as Dr. Fate and Sarah Shahi as Adrianna are standout performances. Aldis Hodge as Hawkman is good too, even though his character is too predictable and practically ticks every prefix box that has been defined for a character of this nature. Yes, the film does have its share of negatives. The worst part of the film is its total lack of any formidable force that can hold up against an unstoppable force like Adam. It wouldn't be wrong to say that there isn't any antagonist, and the sorry excuse of a villain that we see shouldn't have been avoided completely. The CGI of this antagonist is so pathetic and unbelievably bad that it reminded me of the rendition of Steppenwolf in Joss Whedon's Justice League. It also doesn't help that most of the characters pitted against Adam keep saying that what an unbeatable superhuman he is and how every effort to stop him is futile.
You can be the destroyer of this world, or you can be its savior.
The storytelling of the film is interesting and uses tropes that make the proceedings unpredictable and investing, resulting in the runtime feeling a lot shorter than it is. It is genuinely funny too when it wants to be. However, the writing in many of the action sequences suffers from a total lack of logic and realism. Extending the problem of not having a proper antagonist, I have to add that the film throws hundreds of men and machine at Adam when at every step they see and understand that these weapons and men can't even put a scratch on the man. Thus, sequence after sequence of the same mistakes repeated raises serious questions on the sanity of these men and begs the question why the writers couldn't think of better and more powerful challengers for a Superman in black. Of course, the film and every aspect of it is limited by the nature of its content and the safe path that the makers take to establish the character of Black Adam. This is definitely a hero that will be used in other films and with other major characters of DCEU. We do get a glimpse of things to come in the mid-credit scene. Do make it a point to watch that. Even with all its limitations and the insane amount of time that it took to come to fruition, Black Adam ended up entertaining me thoroughly. The fans of The Rock will love it a tad bit more. It has every flaw and limitation that is expected of a film of this nature, but the director and the actors make it easy to suspend disbelief. Add to that some great action sequences and investing storytelling, and you have a film that is a perfect one-time watch in theaters. Thank you very much for watching this review. We will be back very soon with more reviews. Be sure to like and share this video and subscribe to EastMojo for more weekly content ahead. Thank you.
Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to EastMojo. For any queries, put them down in the comments section below and press on the bell icon for notifications.